Hey everybody, welcome to our Zoom today. We're so excited that everybody's here, and for those of you that are watching later, my name's Lorianne Garner, and I will be introducing Katie Warner today. She is going to do a little bit of training on our technology and introduce you to our magic water. We really have got some great information today, and we're so excited that Katie could be here. So let me get right to it and introduce Katie. She is a 37-year-old stay-at-home mom of two boys that are almost 4 and 2 years old. Katie's family is active outdoors all year long, and they are. I have seen them and all their pictures, and they're so amazing. So they like disc golf and hiking through the summer and snowboarding all winter. Before being a stay-at-home mom, Katie was a small business owner and has done modeling, which she still enjoys doing when she gets a chance to. So this is our Katie Warner, and I'll just turn the time over to you, Katie.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, so I don't know. Let me hurry and look at the screen because I would like to try to share my screen with y'all so I can share some slides with you. I think I figured it out. Let me see. Is this what I want? Can you see my screen? You can see my Facebook. Okay. Whoops. All right. Sorry about that. I'm prepared now. Okay. So you were invited here to learn about a health and anti-aging technology that is 10 to 15 years ahead of its time. This is a category creator. It's in the field of wellness, athletic performance, skincare. So of course, with that breakthrough comes a huge opportunity, right? Now let me try to help you understand a little bit about our bodies, the basic cell function. Our cells are the building blocks of life, and we truly live and die at a cellular level. So you have to have healthy heart cells to have a healthy heart, healthy lung cells to have healthy lungs. So the problem with that is cell damage is constantly occurring, from the air we breathe to the food we eat, to the activities, to sun exposure, you name it. We are inundated with toxins and cell damage all the time. But our bodies are amazing machines, and they can repair themselves. We're actually in a constant state of repair. And your most fundamental healing tool in your body is the redox signaling molecule. These molecules play a huge role in our cellular health. They protect healthy cells. They detect cells that need to be repaired and replaced. Now, scientists have known about the science of redox signaling for a very long time, but it was thought to be impossible to have that be outside of the body. So, of course, you know, anything thought to be impossible just needs somebody who's willing to be a leader. And we have Dr. Gary Samuelson, who was able to stabilize the molecules outside of the body. So this is being called one of the greatest health science breakthroughs of our lifetime. Sorry, I do have to read a little bit of the notes because I don't want to go astray. I am known to ramble, so I'm just going to keep checking and make sure I'm staying on track. So we have PhDs, scientists, best-selling authors. They all are agreeing that this technology has the potential to spearhead the greatest advances in health that we've ever seen. More and more scientists are studying redox signaling, and it has hundreds of peer-reviewed journals, scientific papers, and scores of textbooks that are published per month. Now, to grasp really the Asea redox breakthrough, it's important to remember that our bodies really are complex communication networks, and they are constantly just passing tremendous amount of information through our body. So if you see the screen, imagine if that was broken, if there was any breakdown in that communication and the signals couldn't get through to all these little places that they need to go. So that can really cause some health challenges, right? So your body, your genes, they contain the blueprint for your health of your entire body. And so these redox cell signaling molecules, they play a role in regulating gene expression. And we're not talking about eye color with gene expression. We're talking about the instructions to keep you alive and healthy. So as we age, these communication cells break down and the signal weakens and our gene expression can be disrupted. So maybe you know somebody or you yourself is dealing with a health challenge, maybe something related to your immune system or inflammation, cardiovascular or digestive, or maybe even hormone imbalance. The Asea Redox technology is scientifically proven to turn these genes back on, increasing signaling pathways up to 31%. This is positively impacting your immune function, your inflammatory response, your heart health, your digestive health, and even hormone balance. Now, this is actually not just a health and wellness product. Casual athletes and all the way up to Olympic athletes are experiencing improvements in their endurance, their strength, and their recovery. They're beating personal bests and they're breaking documented world records. Now, we also have the ability to put this technology on the outside. So you've heard it before, seeing is believing. Now, this is using the same technology and applying it to the skin, and we call that Renew 28. And this is going to use the body's own natural renewal and healing process. So this is going to help with the complexion, tighter looking skin, reducing wrinkles, cellulite, and other signs of aging. The patented groundbreaking process consists of 3 phases. First, a high-grade salt is combined with ultra-pure water to create a pristine saline solution. Next, the bonds are broken into free-floating atoms. And then finally, those atoms are recombined to form entirely new molecules, and that is the stable, long-life redox signaling molecule. And the same molecules that we're making inside our body right now. And Asea is the only place that you can get redox signaling market. I can't talk today for some reason. Is the only place that you can get I still can't. Redox signaling molecules outside of the body. I'm not sure why that was challenging today. You guys are so awesome. So one of the great things about Asea is that we pride ourselves on research and development. They've taken a lot of time and a lot of money to validate what this product can do. So we've got a lot of people that we partner with to validate that. And one of the main ones is Torit Laboratories. That's our new gene study, as well as Bioagiletics. On all of our bottles and tubes, you will see the logo for Bioagiletics, and that means that they certify that those products contain redox signaling molecules. So now I'd like to talk a little bit about your cellular health. Now, we've talked about Asea, which is the labor if you are thinking about repairing your body, but you still need proper nutrition. The nutrition would be the materials. So we now have a nutritional line called Asea Via. And I'd like to introduce you to that just a little bit. I don't want to go too much in depth because there's quite a bit of information. You can learn a lot more about these awesome products at aseavia.com. The source is a whole food based micronutrient supplement that provides optimal support for cellular health and general wellness. This proprietary blend of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, organic superfoods, trace minerals, and enzymes features Asea's proprietary BioVia source complex. So each one of these new nutritionals are going to have a special combination. So if you can see on the screen now, I've got a slide that shows here down at the bottom, Asea Via Source, Asea Via Biome, Asea Via Life Max. That's what those are called. And then each one of those are going to have its own combination of proprietary mixes that is patented and special to them. So they're very unique, and there's not going to be anybody that could duplicate these. There's also the Life Max and the Biome. The Biome is a probiotic, but it also has prebiotics, and that is to help feed the probiotic. The Life Max is one that's pretty exciting to me. It is an active lifestyle dietary supplement that has some pretty exciting things that I'm still just learning about, but one of them that I thought was really interesting was a special kind of mushroom that they're growing on a purple corn. And so some of these have amazing benefits for collagen and things like that. It's exciting for me because I'm at the point where I'm still trying to do a lot of preventative skincare, and if I can get it from my nutrition, that's even better. So again, to learn a little bit more about each one of those, just check out the aseavia.com. And then I would like to also just tell you a little bit about the company itself. Asea does own and operate its own state-of-the-art 33,000 square foot production facility. The products are produced in an FDA-registered, NSF-certified facility, and it's certified by an independent third-party lab, which was the Bioagiletics. The Asea company, the company has been profitable every year since its inception and carries no debt. They recently opened this beautiful 50,000 square foot facility that's less than a mile from the company's production facility. And in 10 years, the company has expanded from a handful of employees to an internationally known direct sales company. So we're now operating in close to 40 international markets with more than 65,000 active distributors across the globe. So let me see if that was my last slide. Right. Okay, so now that was just some of the information, and hopefully that answered some of your questions. You can always go to the person who invited you here to get some more questions answered or get directed to some more information. But now I'd like to have Lorianne share a story with us. Lorianne introduced me at the beginning, and she is a great friend of mine. She's the mother of 5 children and almost 14 grandchildren. And she has her education in radiology. She was a stay-at-home mom for 17 years. And she owned a health supplement store. And she is a certified nutrition assistant at Utah State. And Lorianne's married to Ray, and he's a dentist. She loves to cross-country ski, boat, or anything outdoors. And she's been with Asea 8 years. And today she's got her daughter Sara with us, and I'll let her introduce her as well. But they're going to share some of their experience with us today. So go ahead, guys.
Hey, thank you so much, Katie. That was just great information and just a great overview of everything that we have here with Asea. So thank you so much for doing that. And we just wanted to share a little bit of our personal story with Asea. And this is truly the reason why I got so passionate about doing Asea, is because of my daughter, Sara. I took her to the doctor when she was 18 years old, and we went into the doctors, and we had been to a couple of places, but the final diagnosis that we got was that she had a hole in her heart, and the doctor told us she has to have 2 strokes in order for him to do the open heart surgery that he needed to do on her.
Well, for insurance.
For the yeah.
We could do it right then, but we'd have to pay totally out of pocket.
Yeah, yeah. So the insurance company, I missed that part. So the insurance company required that she have 2 strokes. So he said, just take her to the emergency room every time she has any symptoms. And so it's 2 diagnosed strokes. And then I'll be able to perform the open heart surgery on her. And I just thought, that is so insane. And then the other thing,
die from one.
yeah. And so then the other thing that he said to her is, do not have an unplanned pregnancy.
Yeah.
Or
do
you
not get pregnant.
Yeah.
You'll die.
Yeah, that's exactly what he told her. So we went home, and I had already been introduced to the Asea because I was spraying it on my face so that I could get some relief from a condition that I had on my skin. I went to my friend and I thought, if this is making a difference on my skin, could it do something with my daughter? Like, how does it work? I didn't even know how it worked. And my friend said, I want you to go learn right now from Dr. Samuelson. They are giving a presentation in Salt Lake City, Utah the next day. So my husband and he canceled his dental patients. We went the next day and listened to Dr. Samuelson and the owners and founders of the company teach us about Asea, what it does, the science behind it, why they're doing it in network marketing, and how the company came about. So we sat through the whole presentation, and afterwards I went up and I said, Dr. Samuelson, this is what's going on with my daughter. Will this work on my daughter? And he looked at me and he said, Lorianne, does your daughter have heart cells? And I said, well, of course she's got heart cells. And he said, this repairs your cells at a cellular level. If it was my daughter, I'd have her drink 8 ounces twice a day. Oh, excuse me. And the normal dose that people take is 2 ounces twice a day. And that's what most everybody will need. So I came home, and we had some financial struggles right then because of the economy and everything 10 years ago. And I just decided, okay, I've got to do this, and I've got to get serious about it with her. So we canceled every bill that we possibly could get rid of, phones, TV, newspaper, anything we could get rid of, so that we could afford 4 cases a month for her. And that was for 4 months. Because I asked him, I said, how long does she need to do this? And he said, as long as you can afford it. And so we committed that we would do it for 4 months. And so we did that. All of her symptoms went away. And you can tell them, like, even what some of your symptoms were, because we cannot make any claims that Asea treats, heals, diagnoses anything or cures anything, but it just assists in your body healing and repairing itself. So,
I was experiencing lots of headaches and fatigue.
You don't have to.
Getting up and getting ready in the morning was like ridiculous. When I was a kid, I would wake up with blue lips, and I was like having a hard time breathing, and it just took me forever to get going in the morning, especially. And sports were always hard. Like physical activity was hard, and it would cause headaches and major fatigue and things like that.
I remember her coming home one day and just saying, I slept through most of my classes today. She just would lay her head down on her desk,
yeah,
and just go to sleep during her classes. And so after you started taking the Asea, what are some of the things that you started noticing?
The biggest was, first off, was my headaches were gone, like almost immediately. And then just being able to make it through the day and like getting up and getting ready without having to like lay around forever trying to get myself going.
So Sara drank it for 4 months, and these things that were happening with her were gradually going away. that was back in the day when we really had no information about this except just talking directly to the company. So she drank all of that for those 4 months, and then she moved away. She felt so good, she wanted to go to college.
Yeah.
So tell them a little bit about your experience with.
So I went to college, and I drank it like a college student who doesn't have their mom forcing it down their throat. So it was very inconsistent, and I mean, I was drinking it, but very much not consistently like when I was
that
at
was
home.
just one case a month. I would ship her one case a month.
Yeah, and sometimes I wasn't even going through the full case because I was being really inconsistent. But then I got married, and we decided that we wanted to start a family. And I remembered I could not get pregnant or I would die. That was like ingrained in my brain. So I went to a cardiologist and went to the hospital for an echocardiogram, which is an ultrasound of the heart. And the lady was like, "What am I looking for again?" I'm like, "A hole between the bottom 2 ventricles." And she's like, "There's nothing there. There's nothing there. I don't see anything." So we got the go ahead to start a family, and we're pregnant with number 3 now, and everything has been fine. And I've had no birth complications. My pregnancies have been really healthy, and my babies are healthy. So
yeah, and she's healthy.
And I'm healthy.
And that was the most important thing, you know, as a mom, you just want to do whatever you can for your kids. And now she gets that too, because she's got children. And so what a gift that we had to be able to have this in our lives.
And no strokes.
And no strokes. Yeah.
Yay.
Perfect. Yeah, very healthy. So I do have to clarify, it was 2.5 years from the time we started to when she got this ultrasound. And she had gone to a high-risk pregnancy doctor who sent her to the cardiologist over to the hospital to get the echo, because that is the very first part of the testing in order to go back in and do the more extensive bubble testing that we had done before. But she didn't even have to have any of that done because they could find nothing in there. So we're so happy. Yeah, we're so happy that everything's good.
Well, that is so amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Was there anything else you guys wanted to share?
You know, the one thing I think that I would say to everybody is I felt so comfortable doing this because the company had run safety studies on the product. Over $7 million worth of safety studies had been done. And I knew that it was 100% safe to give it to her. I knew even if she had some detoxing or some things happen along the way, I knew that it was 100% safe because the company had already dismissed any of those questions that I might have had, whether this was safe and if it would work for her. So even a couple years later, we had another daughter have another baby, and that baby was born with a hole in her heart, and we knew that this was hereditary in our family. So knowing that, we were able to just take the little spray bottle and spray it in the baby's mouth. Every time my other daughter changed her diaper, she'd just spray it in her mouth. And she had to get checked every 6 months. And on her 18-month checkup, there was no hole in her heart. So we just know it helps, like Katie said in her slide. I don't know if you remember her slide that says it detects cells that need to be repaired or replaced, and it protects your good cells. So this is all native to your body, and your body knows how to use it.
Great. Yes, thank you so much. So hopefully that helped answer some of the questions about the technology and the company. Definitely reach out to the person who invited you here, and they can help you learn a little bit more and help you get started. And then I just wanted to thank you for your time. I know there's a lot of things that you could be doing today, so thank you for spending some time with us, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.